All right, welcome to another session of Fit Essentials Basics. Today is our Thursday class. I just want to give a little update for those of you that maybe don't check your email or not on the email. Starting next week, we're going to be doing these basics 3 days a week as well, just after the other ones. So it'll be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at this same time, 9 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Mountain, noon Eastern. So please feel come to those, and the programming of what we do will be mindful, especially those back-to-back days. We'll be working some different body groups. So kind of give us a little bit more variety, a little bit less time, and I'll still be recording them as also. If you're not able to come live, you'll always have those recorded sessions to utilize. Otherwise, clock is doing funny things. Why does it do that? We're gonna go ahead and get started here. We are gonna be using the long band today as part of a seated row. I'm not going to be demoing with it, but we'll be doing some lateral leg lifts. If anyone's comfortable with the short band and you want to put it around your ankles and use that for the lateral leg lifts, you can utilize that. And I think that's about all I need to say. And just excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to swing my bench into the screen because we're going to be doing some elevated planks, and I forgot to put that into the picture. So go ahead and get yourself set. I don't know why the function changed. Does anyone know on the iPhone, it went from a digital watch to like it's showing me like the dial of the clock, which is a lot harder to see. Does anyone know how to switch that back? Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right, so let me bring the bench into the scene. Doo-doo-doo. All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I don't know if I put everybody on mute yet, so let me just go and do that one more time. And let's go ahead and come on up to standing. All right, our spinal cord breathing to start. So go ahead and bring your feet just in front of the hips, standing nice and tall. We're gonna breathe in, circle those arms around, and then exhale. Tuck it all down and in, chin to the chest. Try to close those eyes if you want, and then on that inhale, lift and open, squeeze the glutes, stand up nice and tall out of the hips. Bring those hands and shoulders back and down. Pause at the top of your breath, and then when you're ready, exhale, fold it back down and in. It's called spinal cord breathing because guess what? We're warming up our spine, getting some movement through that spinal cord. We're helping to improve our circulation and blood flow with some nice intentional breathing here as well. Remember, you can always use your breathing to kind of calm your body if you're feeling anxiety, kind of some extra stress. Try to tap into what's going on with your breath. See if you can kind of do some breathing in and out the nose or in the nose, gently out the mouth. Just using your breath to calm the body. Gonna do one more time. Exhale, fold it down and in or wherever you are in your cycle. Inhale, lift and open. Lifting up tall, pull those shoulders back, open everything up. Good, and then final exhale. See if you can breathe out just a little bit longer than normal. Nothing uncomfortable. On your next inhale, stand tall, relax your arms down. Good. Walk the feet out. Very good, just a little bit wider. And from here, we're gonna bring the arms out to the side, root down into those legs. We're just gonna do a nice smooth rotation here. Those nice long arms rotating to one side. Look over that shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center, and then exhale. Gently take it to the other side. Got like long arms here, like airplane wings. And just nice and smooth as you pivot, keeping the little bend in those knees. We'll go between 2 and 3 times each side. And use your arms as guides to kind of help pull yourself a little bit deeper into that twist. Never. Final time. Bring those shoulders down as well. Keep your neck long. Beautiful. Final time, final side. And release. Good job. Relax those arms down. Kind of wiggle it around, wiggle the hips, wiggle the shoulders. Just kind of shake it out. There you go. Smile while you do it because you find it feel kind of funny. That's all right. Just moving some energy here. All right, next, feel free if you want to balance on something. We're going to come up onto one foot and just keep the foot on the ground at first. We'll roll that ankle around there. You can go hands on the hips or out to the sides for balance. And then switch direct, pivot that ankle around the other way. Very good. Place that side down. Same thing on the other side. Lifting up, pivot around. Getting it moving, and then same thing other direction. Pivot the other way. Very nice, and set that down. Couple good mornings next. So walk your feet in so that they're just underneath your hips. If I were to kind of like jump up and down or bounce up and down, that's where I want my feet to be. Toes are pointing straight on. Standing tall, the hips either over your shoulders, or if you're comfortable, to go behind the head. Get a nice little bend in the knees, heels firmly planted down as you send those hips back, looking down towards the floor, pulling the chin in, and then push through your feet, squeeze the glutes, standing straight up and down. Good, long spine, bowing down. We'll go about 5 times here. Just feeling a little stretch in the back of the hamstrings and midline strong here. So pull that belly in. Good, 1 or 2 more. Breathe in as you lower. And then see if you can gently exhale as you stand. Good, I'll take you through 1 more, last one. Breathe in and breathe out. Fantastic. Relax the arms down. Taking it into our side stretch next. Right hand on the hip, and we're gonna do our reach, cross-body reach into the side stretch. Take your left foot, step it back, just a little bit of a stagger stance here with the feet still hip width apart. And then left hand, starting at the shoulder. When you're ready, you're gonna gradually reach across the body and then bringing it back and in. So I'm just allowing a little bit of a pivot through my back hip as well. As I reach that hand across, I'm gonna gently pivot as I reach. And we're gonna go about 10 times or so here, looking to get a little bit higher with that reach each time. Back and down, up and across. Good. And then you get to kind of choose how far can I reach and feel comfortable. Maybe just over the forehead or so. And then if you do feel good to go all the way up to overhead, we'll kind of start to go there now. So it's more of like a lateral bend, a side bend, reaching straight up. If you feel stable, to peer up at your hand, looking up, looking at your palm. 1 or 2 more. Down and extend, stretching that side body. Good. When you're ready, walk that back foot in. Same thing other side. So now your right foot steps back. Right hand to the right shoulder, and then starting with that cross body reach. Slight pivot on that trail leg. Breathe in as you pull that hand back, and then exhale as you reach. Very nice. Breathe in, breathe out, reaching a little bit higher each time. Breathe in, breathe out. Coming up onto the ball of the back foot, just a little rotation through that ankle. Good, should feel good. If you want to go directly overhead, I'll take it there now. Peering up, some more of a side bend, less of any kind of rotation to that back hip. Feet are just firmly planted. 2 to 3 more. Breathe in, bring it down, exhale, bring it up and across. Last one, reach, 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 and relax. Walking on out. All right, go ahead and just kind of shake out the legs. Come to one side, shake the leg, step across the other side, shake the leg. There you go. A couple times on each. Very good. From there, we're gonna go behind the back stretch. So keep those feet nice and wide, a little bit outside the hips. Bend down into your knees. You can use a band here if you need, or if you can, reach those hands behind you. You're gonna interlace the fingers, extend those elbows, pull the shoulders back, and watch that you don't sway here. So pull the ribs down in the front of the body. Lifting up. Feel free to stay right here, or you can come forward into that fold. Good, Laura. Long spine. Pulling those arms up over top of your torso. Lower the head down. And a couple nice deep breaths. Come up anytime you need. When you're ready, gradually unwind. Push through your feet. Coming up nice and tall. Good job. Go ahead and release there. All right, and then this quad stretch, and we'll get into it. So you can open up the hip from that stagger stance, or balancing or stabilizing here on a stand. Looking to grab that foot and give a nice stretch to the quad, pulling the heel towards the glute. Good. Come a little bit closer so I can see my clock. The challenges with technology sometimes. And 3, 2, 1, shake out that side, set it down. Take note which side you're on. I was on my left. If you're a mirror me, you're probably on your right. In between sides, we're gonna place our hands down on the bottom of our thighs, top of the knees, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a pivot. So I'm gonna use, you'll push your right leg out as you turn and look over your left shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center, pull the belly in the whole time, and then same thing other side. Push your left knee out gently as you look over your right shoulder. Breathe in as you come to center, a couple times each side. Nice gentle rotation and a little inner thigh opening. Make sure you keep a nice solid bend in your knees and feet are firmly planted here. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe about one more each side. And when you're ready, come on up and then let's balance out that body. Quad stretch on the opposite side. So if you were mirroring me, now you're gonna be on your left leg. Balance or support, grabbing that foot best you can, holding strong. Very good. 5 or 10 more seconds, just do the best you can. It's a tough one here. And 3, 2, 1, and set it down. All right, as we're getting ready to transition, roll the wrist around. We're gonna be doing a front plank. I'm gonna show it elevated. You're gonna be down on both hands. And if this is challenging for you, stay here. If you wanna challenge yourself, you'll come onto one hand, lifting one hand off. You can keep it really close. You can place it behind your back. You can reach it straight up. We're gonna hold anywhere between 30 and I'm gonna keep it more to 30 seconds on that 3-legged plank. Then we're gonna come on up and we're gonna be doing some lateral leg raises here. This is where I said if you wanna put a band around your ankle, if your balance is good, you can use a band. I'm gonna be demoing without. So grab a little drink of water and then we'll get started. We are gonna be doing a little bit of blood flow, working our brain with our cross crawl in between sides. All righty, bring this clock closer. So, ready, we're gonna start. So again, if you wanna just hold on two hands, hold on two hands. That's gonna give you a good benefit. Go ahead and come on into position. You're gonna place other hand, the feet back, pull the belly in, and here we go. Coming on forward, if you wanna lift up that right hand, you're gonna support on the left, either behind the back, straight on. And notice if you are supporting on and to lift up. If your left, right hip tends to hip down, seconds, up, and one left. Making sure you have a little plant hand, breathing in the whole time. Almost to 30, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Good job. Come off your hands, come up to your feet. And I do recommend kind of balancing a little bit here. Now we're gonna do our leg lift. So it's gonna be the left leg. Start by pointing the toe out in front of the body. This is if you don't have a band. If you have a band, you'll just be right here back and forth. Without the band, I like to reach across, lift the foot, and slightly lift out laterally. Toes pointing straight ahead the whole time, across and out. So we tend to turn the toe away. So keep it straight on, over and out. And this support leg, little bend in that knee. Make sure that knee is not hyperextended. I say it a lot. So it's a common pattern that we do. Across and up. Good. That's 20 seconds. Anytime you need a break, come onto both feet, just kind of wiggle it out. Otherwise, about 10 more seconds. Lifting that leg, across, lift, across, and 2, 1, and rest. All right, everybody wiggle it out. Rock those hips side to side. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna do our march next. We're gonna start with a pause march. So standing up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. When you're ready, imagine you're moving slow motion here. So we're working on coordinating the left side of the body with the right side of the body. The knee lifts up and the opposite arm lifts up. Very good. Across. As you set both feet down, really be conscious to lift up through that midline. Good. You can either stay with that. If you want to start to move a little faster, we're going to add the cross body punch. Lift the knees, lift the feet, and exhale with that punch. Good. Good. Couple more each side. And rest. All right, we're halfway through that circuit. Now we're gonna go back to our bench. Same thing, opposite arm. Remember, you're gonna come onto 2 arms to support, and you can stay right there on 2, or this time you're gonna be supporting on your right arm. So make that nice wide handprint, pull the belly in, and if you're comfortable to raise up that left hand, either just off the surface, you can reach it out in front of the body, or hold it behind the back. Watch that left hip, it tends to rotate away, so keep it balanced and level to the shoulders. We're 20 seconds in. Anytime you need extra support, place the hand down. Breathing, and 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Walk the feet in. Coming on back up. We're going to do our lateral leg lifts on your right leg. So standing up nice and tall. This is where I could use the band here, or right foot points out. Cross the midline of the body, lift the toes, and glide it out to the side. Watch that toe. We tend to rotate away, so we want to keep it pointing straight on. Across, lift, and glide. Good. What's happening at that left hip? Make sure we're not just kicking into that hip. So pulling up, nice conscious bracing, and across. Good. Over and out, over, out. Couple more. Robin's our vocal this morning. One more time. And rest it down. All right, rock those hips. We're gonna go into our sway next, working our balance this time. If anybody wants faster heart rate, more blood flow, feel free to do a step jack or a jump jack. Otherwise, for the sway, shoulders back and down, reach those arms out, walk the feet just outside the hips, and then just like it sounds, you're gonna sway your body to one side. You can either come off the ball of the foot or all the way onto one foot if you're comfortable. Relax those arms down in between and take it the other way. Shoulders back and down, lifting up. Beautiful. Over and up. I feel like we'd almost make a new name for it besides a sway, like our Peter Pans or something, I don't know. Reach across. Smile. Be play fun. Moving our body, practicing our balance. Shifting from one side to the other. Let's get about 2 more on each side. Over and up. Down and across. Beautiful. One more time. Good. All right, that's officially the end of set 1. We're gonna do that one more time through, but let's grab a drink first. All right. We'll be going back to that front plank. Option to support on your left arm if you're gonna practice that 3-legged plank. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way into position, starting by putting both hands underneath the shoulders, walking your feet back. Make sure you pull that belly in. And then when you're ready, if you choose to, we're gonna lift the right arm up. Watch that the right hip doesn't lift up. So keeping them level and square. I can reach it out in front or hold it just over top. That left elbow tends to hold the weight here. So keep a little play, grip those fingers down to that left hand. That's 20 seconds. Keep pulling up through the belly, not letting those hips drop. Looks good. And 3, 2, 1, there's 30. Have both hands down as you walk the feet in. Lateral leg lift next. Left leg. Standing up nice and tall, toes pointing straight on. When you're ready, bringing it across the midline of the body, lift the foot and toes, glide, good. Across, glide, excellent. Over, up, watch that toe out. Sometimes we'll go too far and it'll rotate away. So straight on, straight out, good. 10 more seconds. Continue to lift up through that right hip. Last one, and rest. Good job. Shake them out, wiggle them out. Cross crawl is next. So we did the march and punch last time. This time we'll practice either straight arm and straight leg across the body. If you want the more challenging version, it's the knee to the elbow. That can also be done seated if you want to take a moment off your legs. So either one hand to the opposite leg, straight arm, straight leg, or bend the knee, bend the elbow. Here comes Cosmo through to say hello. He's feeling better. If you were here a couple of weeks ago, he was limping around behind the scenes there. His knee's doing a lot better. Good. About another 15 seconds there. Lifting up, be intentional. Good balance. Fantastic. Let's get about one more on each side and shake it out. All right, we're halfway through our second of 2 rounds. We got to balance out the body, take it on the other side. So we're going to make our way back into our front plank. If you're going on that 3-legged version, the support on the right hand this time. So plank the feet back and keeping that little give in that right elbow. Hips as level as possible, really, and make sure you keep breathing. Excellent work. Nice elbow hold of the body. That's 20 seconds. Feel free to take a break there. Keep breathing. We're almost done. Rest. Bringing the hand. Those lateral leg lifts next. So you're on your right leg. Standing nice and tall. Point those toes straight on. Steady yourself as able. When you're ready, you'll point the foot out, cross it over the midline, and then lift and extend. Working those lateral hip muscles, risers, over and out. Nice. Breathe. Good. Watch that left hip. Lift up. Don't let it drop in. Good. Over. Up. Tall hand here. Good. About 2 more. Over and out. Fantastic. All righty. Shake it out. We've got our Peter Pans, Tinkerbells, the sway, whatever you want to call it, or feel free to jump it out with some jumping jacks or something. Otherwise, standing tall, feet just outside the hips. Bring those arms out to the sides. And here we go. Shift the weight back to the center, and then we'll relax those arms down and same other side. Remember, you can keep the foot down if you need, or if you're confident to come up onto that single leg, extending all the way up through the body, trying to be nice and long here. Open, lift. Good. It's like a little mini dance class. Not really not a very good dancer personally, but I guess that's all story, right? Over and shift, lift, smile. Couple more. Nice work. And back. Good. And final time. And rest. All right, great work. Grab some water. That's our first circuit. And make your way to the chair, or if you want to sit on the floor and mimic it as best you can. I'm going to come here to the bench. We'll do our next one. So first thing, loosen up that low back a little bit here. So you could go seated twist if you're on the floor. Here, left hand over to that right. You can usually have a hand arm rest. Just kind of pull just a little bit. If you want to come out of it for a second, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can cross your right leg over the left, still lengthen through the spine, and then gently twist here. Breathe in through the nose if you're able, and then gently out through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Think about lengthening, sitting tall as you breathe in, and just ever so a little bit more rotation as you exhale. 1 more time. And release. Good job. If you're on the floor, you can hug the legs into the chest, or a little child's position if you want to come onto all 4s. Here in the chair in between sides, we're going to pull the belly in. We're going to gently slide the hands down the legs, pull the chin in towards the chest, and you get to choose how far. I can even kind of rest my elbows on eyes if that gets me a stretch there. Or if I want to go lower, I can walk the hands down the shins, lower that head down. And as you breathe in, try to expand your back. So imagine, give you a nice little tap between your blades. And I say, breathe in right here. Send the air to those shoulder blades. And then exhale, maybe a little bit lower towards the floor. More breath. Breathe in and out. On that next inhale, gently come on up. Center yourself. Take a moment once you come on up, let the blood get back into the body, come out of the head. And then when you're ready, we'll look to balance it out on the opposite side. So sitting tall, we'll start with both feet on the ground, right hand to the left thigh, using your left hand either into the armrest, or you can kind of pull into the seat a little bit. Turn your head, looking over that other shoulder. Let's go 2 to 3 breaths here, and then we can cross the legs if you'd like. Breathe in, lengthen, and then exhale. Exhale any stress, worry, anxiety. Breathe in peace. Exhale stress. One more time. Good. You can gently unwind for a second. If you want to, cross your left over the right, and then we'll go back into it for about 3 more breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth, still turning the head and neck. And release. Beautiful. All righty, take a moment here. Anything you need to do, if your water's nearby, go ahead and pick that up. We're gonna be going 3 rounds. Oh, and this next round is when we're gonna use the band. So if you have a long band to use, we'll be coming down to a seated position for the band. And also if you have a step to step up on, I don't remember if I said that earlier or not, we'll use a step for some step ups. If you have no step, we'll do our giant steps, or if you can lunge, you can also lunge. Alrighty, so come on up. If you know the deadlift and want to go right into it, you're welcome to deadlift from the. I'm going to start us off with some good mornings on the first set. So with or without, you are going to hold a weight. You'll hold it right. Otherwise, we're going to have the toes pointing straight ahead, a little bend into my knees, pulling the belly in. I'm going to bow forward, long spine here, sending those hips back, looking straight down. And then you're gonna push through your feet, squeeze the glutes and stand. All right, so whenever you're ready, if you haven't started already, go ahead and join me. Long spine, bowing forward, and squeeze the glutes, stand straight up. Nice. Over, looking down, and stand. Nice. Slight bend in those knees, over, over, over. Yep. And just as far as you're confident here, if you're holding weight for the deadlift, it's gonna look really similar. I bow forward, I might need to bend the knees a little bit more on that deadlift. Squeeze the glutes and stand. 1 or 2 more, taking it down, over, and up. Good, last one. Long spine, bowing down, and stand from there. Very good. Set it down. We're gonna make our way to our step ups next. It's gonna be all on your left leg first. If you don't have the step, you'll keep your left foot forward, stepping back, and you can come to that high knee position. We call it our giant step. It's a high knee. Otherwise, if you have that step, full foot on there, as much as your foot as you can get, and then when you're ready, chest tall, you can reach those arms out, come all the way up, and you're gonna come back down, taking the foot off the step, step it up, reaching out, open that hips. You wanna stand tall with the hips nice and level, back and down, full foot reach, chest tall, open, and down. Good, and you're wanting to think about, you're pushing that foot into the stool. That's where you're gonna generate your force. If you're doing the giant steps, you're kind of thinking about pushing your front heel down into the floor as you stand. Good. Let's go 1 or 2 more. Step it up, chest up. Good. And we haven't talked about the knee, right? The knee is an area we want to really focus as well. That knee wants to oftentimes just drop in. So pay attention on the up and the down, trying to keep it level, and rest. All right, nice work. From there, in between legs, we're gonna take a seat. Seated row. Sometimes half the workout is just getting in position, on and off the ground, into the seat, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a double arm row. You're gonna put your band around 1 or 2 feet. Sorry, I keep moving my phone around so I can see the clock. Reaching those arms out, palms down, sitting tall, and then squeeze over, pulling those shoulders back. Yep, reach it out and pulling it back and in. If you want more tension, just kind of wrap it a little bit shorter. I'll give you a little bit more tension. Watch the head position. We tend to lose that forward posture. So chin in. The movement should be all through the shoulders. The shoulders reach forward and the shoulders retract back. Good. I have a little bit of motion happen at the biceps, but I want the focus to be the shoulder blades. Palms are down as I reach forward and back, forward. Hold this last one. Squeeze them back and in. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Let's be here live. Let me know if you're having issue. It's a little bit unstable. Not that's about. Y'all can hear me. As we come up, we're going to go our step up or giant step on the opposite legs this time. So go ahead, take a moment, kind of come into position. When you're ready, you place that full foot up there, reaching those arms out, make sure that your surface is stable. And we're going to look to stand all the way up. And then we're going to control back and down. Check that knee. Pushing the big toe down is going to help stabilize up through that ankle and knee, all the way into the hip and spine. Sometimes you'll keep it square when you're standing up, and then sometimes the knee tends to drop in as you lower. So still keep your focus as you lower down. Just kind of training ourselves to properly walk up and down stairs, get in and out of or buses. A lot of times arthritis is a result. There's 2 different types of arthritis. One of them is a result of poor movement patterns over time. So we want to fix those movement patterns, help our body to be stronger. Good. Last one here. Step, reach, and open. Fantastic. Alrighty. You can either stay standing or take a seat. We're going to use the band to open the shoulders a little bit. That's the end of set 1. We're going to do it twice more. So if you have the band, I'm comfortable to reach up to it. I'm just going to use the band as a little shoulder opener here. Lower it down. Reaching up, I can also do this standing. And you can kind of just feel it out. There's not really a right and wrong way to do it. You're just using it to open and stretch. So I can add a little side bend. I can rotate my body. What feels good? Down and open. Maybe one more. Side bend. Even without the band, you can just pretend. All right, beautiful job. If the water is convenient, grab a drink. You're welcome to stay with that good morning that we did on round 1. I'm going to transition us into a deadlift, picking a small or moderate weight up off the ground. And if you're someone that really struggles to touch the toes, you can either just go partial way down, or you could take advantage of your step stool if it's nearby. You could even have the weight on your stool and then just lower down and pick it straight up off the weight. So that's a way to kind of shorten the range of motion to help protect that low back if you tend to be really tight in your hamstrings. Otherwise, we're going to go into round 2 here. Join me whenever you're ready. Set those feet, standing tall, and here we go. Bowing forward. Squeeze those glutes as you stand up. Over and down. Nice and controlled. Nice, Laura. There you go, John. Over and up. Great posture, Kelly. Awesome job. Watch the head. Instead of looking straight ahead throughout, as you bow forward, look down towards the floor. I know I'm not an example. Trying to keep an eye on those joining me here live. Always happy to have you. Good focus. And you're using that upper body to keep that weight close. So I don't want it to be way out of way, straight in. One more, stand. Fantastic. If you are using a weight, go ahead and set it down, making your way to the step ups on your left leg. Full foot up on the bench, reaching those arms out for your balance, and here we go, stepping up. If you want more of a challenge, you can come into a high knee position. Back and down, off the bench, on the bench, either coming up to 2 feet or the challenge of the high knee. Make sure that you're really ready for that high knee position. You can do that with the giant step as well, where you step it back as you come up to the top, coming into that high knee. A few more. I don't know what happened. Back and down, step it off. Morning, Brian. Reach and up. Good job, crew. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Taking it down for our seated row. All righty. Go ahead and grab your band around 1 or 2 feet. Check in with how you're sitting. So you want to sit up on your sit bones, not be rounded through that spine. Reaching those hands out, palms down. When you're ready, squeeze them back and in. Trying to initiate the movement, not through your elbows, but through your shoulders, rounding those shoulders back. Turning the palms up, reaching forward, pulling back. Head should be neutral here, so try not to have the head moving forward and back. Nice. You can think about kind of pulling that chin in, lengthening, and strengthening the muscles in the front side of the neck as well. Those tend to be weak. That's 30 seconds. We're gonna go 15 more. Squeeze it, reach it forward. Very nice. One more, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful job. Let's come on back up. We gotta balance out the legs. Step ups on your right side this time. All righty, take your time transitioning whenever you're ready, full foot. And here we go. Stand tall, control off, and back. Watch the knee, watch the wobble. Trying to train against that wobble. Good work. Push down into that bench as you stand. Nice. Reach, lift, up. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. We're gonna go about another 15. Another common thing we see other than the knee is the hips will tend to kick out. So sometimes as we're going to step out, the hips kick out. So have some awareness there. What's going on at the hips? You want to try to keep them as level as you can. Maybe one more. Reach, open, and control down. All right, that's the second half of set 2. All we have left is a little shoulder stretch here. So either standing or seated. You can use your band. You do the same thing that we did last time, or if you want to kind of add to it, I like to do like a little behind the back stretch. This works well with a broomstick as well, or just shorten the band up a little bit. So I just kind of wrap it around my hands, controlling down, pull those shoulder blades back and down, and then gently lift up towards the sky. Open, and good. Open the chest and lift. Good, add some side bends. Beautiful. All right, let's grab a drink. We're gonna start that final round here in about 30 seconds. We're gonna go back to lift. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. So if you have a little bit different weight and you feel ready to progress the movement, you can get out your other weights. So when I'm using one weight, I put it right between my feet. You can also get heavier by using one weight in each hand. Now I'd have my feet a little bit closer and I'd bring the weight outside the legs. If it's inside the feet, step the feet about hip width apart. Again, make sure that your hips aren't rocked forward. You're gonna rock them back so they're nice and neutral. Bend those knees, and then here we go. Bowing forward, push those legs, standing straight up. Beautiful. Controlling it down. If you're going all the way to the floor, you're gonna set it right between your feet. Nice, Laura, good hinging pattern there. You wanna think your hips are like the door hinge. So just folding with the spine long. Your spine is that door, right? It's nice and level, or maybe the wall. Straight up, squeeze the glutes, and nice and controlled. That's 30 seconds if you want to rest there. Otherwise, we'll go just a couple more. Control, stand, squeeze the bum. Nice, John, good control on that down, and straight up. 2, 1, and rest. All right, final step ups on your left leg. I'll show it, go a little bit higher here this time. If you have a bench or anything that you're confident to step on, just always make sure whatever you're using is stable. When you're ready, full foot up there, reach those arms out, and here we go. Want to stand tall, open the hips. Option of bringing that knee high. Keeping those hips level. Push, open, nice and controlled. Breathe. Try to stand all the way up on that one side and then bring your second foot down to meet that one. Good. Having some good focus when you're coming off the step. Trying to control down. Couple more. Reach, open, down, nice. You got it. Last one, up, down, and rest. All right, come back to the seated row. Final time. Come on down, wrap that band around, sitting tall, reach the hands out, and squeeze it back and in. Long spine as you row here. Breathe in to reach, exhale as you pull it in, breathe in, and back. Good. Forward, pausing in that back position, making sure you're not shrugging up and into the ears. So long neck, as tall as you can be here, about 10 seconds left. Reach, row, good. Let's hold the position, pull those shoulders back, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic job. All right, we gotta finish those step ups on the opposite leg. So for right leg this time. Low step, moderate step, whatever you have available. Place it, reach those arms out. And down. Foot comes off the step in between. Lift it up, open. Watch that knee drop, all those common things that our body tends to do. Training those strong movement patterns, and you're really thinking about pushing that foot into your step. Push it down, generate that force, using those muscles. Fantastic. 1 or 2 more. Up, reach, open. I think I did the same leg, so that's okay. My body will be all right, and rest. Good job. All right, grab your water, come to your chair or onto all fours. We're gonna do our little cat cow, happy cat, angry cat, and demo it from seated. All right, if you're on the floor, you'd be on hands and knees. Here in the chair, sit kind of on the edge of the chair, feet are firmly planted. Take your hands to the bottom of your thighs. You're gonna start with the exhale. You'll breathe out, roll those shoulders forward, pull that chin in towards the chest, and then you're gonna breathe in, pull the hands back, pull the shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling or sky. About 5 times here. Rolling forward, pulling that chin down, and lifting, rock those shoulders back. Good. Slide down. We just want to keep that spine moving, keep that flexion and extension through the mid-back. We tend to get pretty stiff here. Fantastic. Couple more. And last one, forward, exhale, round, angry cat. Lift, smut, and rest. All right, good work, folks. Our last circuit's gonna have some upper body work. We're gonna be doing a curl. If you're comfortable to do an overhead press, it'll be a curl and press, upwards of 40 seconds. Then we have pull aparts, opposite arm, curl and press, and then we'll come up to our feet and work our squats, either our sit squat or our regular air squat. You can always hold weights if you'd like. So, if you feel that you're comfortable using, you can do the curl and press with the band, where I'd stand on it with one foot, curl it in, and then push up to overhead. If you have anything going on, you reach overhead, just do the curl, okay? If anything's going on, they, for some reason, can't do the curl, then just do the overhead press. Lots of options. All right, let's start on your non-dominant arm. And one thing that's key about the to the side, sometimes it tends to wing wide. Hug that elbow in. Imagine you're trying to hold like a little cushion here between your arm and your torso. So when you're ready, we'll curl to the shoulder. And then if you push into overhead, you'll push and rotate your palm away from you. So I'll curl, palm comes back in towards my face, extend the elbow, and then all the way back through. Curl it in and push it. I'm gonna try to push straight over top of your head. Good, smooth breathing here. especially if you're standing. When you tend to push overhead, there's that tendency to want to arch back. So keep the ribs tucked in, nice and strong. Good. Maybe one more. Up, down, and rest. Good. If you're using a weight, set it down. If you have the band, go ahead and grab it, or just pretend we're gonna do our pull apart. So with the bands, I kind of keep my shoulders, hands up at shoulder heights, pulling them apart, shoulders back. If I don't have a band, bring my hands back and down a little bit more, kind of turn my palms back, squeeze the shoulder, push the air away from forward, pushing back or straight out. Good. So we do a lot of exercises to open the chest, strengthen the back to help that posture, help open up the spots of the day. Good. Shake it out. All right, back to the curl and press, opposite arm. So light dumbbell or you're with your band. Tuck that toe into the sides. I'm going to curl to the shoulder, pushed over, take that hand away. Down and in. Try to fully extend the elbow and then curl and push. Good. Extend, in and up. Especially if you're standing, you can place the non-working hand on your abdomen, kind of help a little more awareness at the midline, what's happening at the belly. That's 30 seconds done. We're gonna go about another 15 here if you feel good for it. Smooth movements. Keep that elbow close to the body. Rotating through. Nice, Shirley, that looks great. Good overhead reach. Pressing high and rest. Good work. If you are seated, make your way on up to your feet. Time to squat. So here, if you know your squats and you want to go right into it, feel free. Reach the arms out, send the hips back. If you're like, ooh, squats are really challenging for me, then use a table. I'm going to use this bench here where I'm going to walk the feet out. I'm going to hold on. You really want to keep those heels planted down. So I'm going to send my hips back, use my chair or my assist to help keep that chest tall. And then I'm going to push my legs down just like we practiced with our step ups. Come up to the top. Reaching back, push the knees wide and up. If you're not using the hands to hold on, either hold a weight underneath your chin or reach those arms straight out. Reaching out, help encourage that chest up and stand. Maybe one or two more. Back, 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 back. And sometimes when we're focused on the heels pushing down, the toes tend to lift up. So see if you can keep the toes down as well. Last one and rest. Whew. All righty. Grab a little drink. I'm gonna take you through that. What's our time? One more time, and then we'll finish with some stretching. All righty. Coming back, non-dominant arm first. Curl and press. Elbow into the side. And whenever you're ready, fully extend. Curl to the shoulder. Remember, as you push up, rotate your hand. Palm faces straight away from me, and then the palm faces in as I bring it down. Good. Fully extend, curl, push, down, and out. Nice. Nice and smooth here. Find your rhythm. Good. Building that upper body strength. Keeping the range of motion going through the shoulders, keeping the shoulders happy. Good, maybe a couple more. Forward and down. Good. Nice job. Shake it out. Pull aparts. Imaginary or real pull aparts. Fully extend those arms. I'll show it from the side. So from the side, my arms are straight out. And then just like it sounds, I'm pulling the band apart or pulling the air apart. If I don't have a band to use, I maybe go a little bit lower, kind of generate that force. Palms face away, pushing it straight back. Nice. Just watch that you're not rounding your shoulders forward. So keep a broad chest throughout. Close it down and open it up. Nice. Couple more. Close, open, close, and open. Beautiful. Shake it out. Wiggle the body. And then curl and press, second time, second side. We'll finish with our squats before we stretch, as always. All right, as you pick up your weight or your band, pull that elbow in. And when you're ready, curl into the shoulder, reach and rotate the palm away. Try to pay attention to what's going on with that elbow as you bring it down as well. The tendency is people tend to go wide with that elbow, so try to bring it forward, like you're trying to point it straight at me, assuming you're facing the screen. In, up, elbow points forward, and fully extend. Good. Just over 30 seconds in, we'll go about another 15. Keeping those arms moving, keeping those shoulders strong. Keep that breathing going. Good, nice breach, Kelly. There you go, Laura. Up, in, solid, John. Yeah, Shirley, good. Last one, everyone. Up, press, down, and relax. All right. Make your way up to your feet. Final squats. You can use weight or no weight on this last round. If you do want to hold some weight, you're going to hold it right underneath your chin. Feel free to do it just like we did the first time if you want to hold on for some support for the upper body, or if you're not holding weight, reach those arms straight out. Whenever you're ready, sitting back into your heels, driving your knees wide, see how far you can bring your hips down without pain. Sometimes you'll feel a little uncomfortable, but the guidance I like to give with your body having pain is that when you move, if it hurts a little bit at first, but it's not excruciating, if you can continue to move that range of motion, if it feels better as you move, that's a good sign. My husband likes to say, I gotta break off the calcium. Gotta open up those joints. Sometimes we're kind of like the Tin Man or the Tin Woman. Good, couple more. Push those feet into the ground. But if it's not feeling better as you move, it continues to, or by all means, if it ever gets worse, then use your intuition. Don't do that motion right now. Move through a range that doesn't hurt. All right, go ahead and rest. Set any weights down you might have been using, shake it out. And if you are seated for any reason, go ahead and come on up to standing. We're gonna do a couple of standing stretches and then we'll finish seated. We're gonna go back to those hip flexors, open up those hips. So take your right foot, set it forward, take your left foot, step it back. Feet are hip width apart and try to rest that left heel down. From here, take your left hand to the left shoulder and you can kind of grab on to the back of the arm here, the tricep area. You're gonna stand nice and tall out of the hips. Shift that back hip forward, squeeze the glute of your trail leg, and now you're just gonna gently rotate your body, kind of pull that arm around, look over your right shoulder. Then we'll go in and out of that. Unwind, shift the hip back, stand tall, shift it forward glute, and then turn your torso, kind of pull your body, looking right shoulder. Good, couple more, shift it back, shift it forward, squeeze the glute, and pivot, turning the head. Good, last one. Nice, relax those arms down, same thing, opposite side. Left foot comes forward, plant it down, right foot steps back. Right hand is gonna go over to the left shoulder. You use your left hand to kind of grab onto that tricep right behind the elbow on the right. And then when you're ready, shift the hips, squeeze the glute of that leg, and then turn your body, look over. Breathing, come back to center, lift up, squeeze the glute, push that back hip forward, and gently pivot. Make sure you're firmly planted on that front left foot. Good, couple more. Shift, pivot. Last one. And release. Go ahead and lower those on down. Walk the feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. We're gonna do our little Jefferson toe touch here. So a little bend in those knees, pull the belly in, chin to the chest. We're gonna slide the legs, slide the hands down the legs as far as you're comfortable. Get a nice stretch on the back. Breathing into the back. You don't have to spend a long time here, just kind of see where your range is. And then when you're ready, gradually make your way back up. Tuck those hips under. Gently come up to the top. Very nice. As you come up to the top, we're going to do just a gentle extension. So have a bend in the knees, take the hands, support the small of your back, support that low back, and then you're going to pull your shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, lengthen, and just gently look up towards the ceiling or sky. No pain here, just opening and rest forward, and then I'll do it a couple times. Lifting up, pull the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, and relax. One more if you're good for it. Lift, squeeze, gently open, and release. All right, beautiful job. Let's come seated to finish. All righty, to finish it out here, we're gonna do our mid-back rotations, get some rotation for the whole body. So left hand behind the head, elbow to the opposite thigh, then sit tall. Use your right hand, kind of place on the inside of the right knee, and just gently push into that leg as you turn the head and neck. Breathe in, lowering it down, sit tall, and gently exhale. 3 more. Breathe in, pivot, exhale, rotate. Last one. Good job. Balance it out. Same thing other side. Hand ahead, rounding down, sitting tall, and gently pivot. Breathe in, taking it down, sit tall, turn. About 3 more. And take your time in that open position, turning with the eyes, trying to stare at that elbow of that right arm. As the eyes move in that direction, it'll help encourage the spine to twist ever so slightly more. After that last one, go ahead and release. All righty. Head and neck to finish. And maybe a little more shoulders, actually. We didn't do any tricep stretches, so we'll finish there. Sit tall. Let's go your right arm, ribs down, reaching straight up. Bend that elbow. Go ahead and reach around, grab that elbow. Sit tall or stand tall if you went up to standing, and just bend to the side. Good. And bend. We tend to lose this posture forward, so really imagine you rod in your back, staying as tall as you can. And you may have a rod in your back. Just keep it all moving. That elbow back, get a little tricep and the side body. Good. Last one. And release. If you're not only back and forth, fingers against the chair, demoing this before, never. Good. And now we'll balance it out. Same thing, opposite arm, reaching up, bend that elbow, pull that in, try to make that reaching up, and then taking it to the side. If you can breathe in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Excellent job. Let's go one more. And release. All righty, roll those shoulders around, up and back. And we'll add the head to it. Good, and then just ever so gently circle the head around, down to the chin, gently looking up. Very good. And many of you have been here before when we've done our other neck stretches. We're just gonna do our head circles here. We've already come to the top of the hour. How time flies when we're having fun. If you haven't reversed directions, go ahead and reverse. Very nice. So anything else that your body feels like it's asking for, give it some extra love. Drink plenty of water. It's a little bit cooler temperatures across the US today, but that doesn't mean we want to take our attention off our hydration. Stay healthy, eat some fruits and vegetables, lots of good berries on the trees. We got some mulberries on the trees around here this time of year. So take advantage of those seasons. Your body wants to eat what's in season. So enjoy nature. Talk to you later.